Welcome. My name is Andrew Evans. I am one of the founders of Cabo Loom Hotel and Retreat Center. And if you're watching this video right now, it means that you are a retreat host, an event planner, or someone that's curious or interested in potentially hosting a retreat or event at Cabo Loom. Whether you're watching this video for you or it's on behalf of a company or a team that you represent, our team is really looking forward to having the opportunity to connect with you, and we are excited to dive in with each of you when we touch base on our upcoming discovery call. The purpose of this video is two parts. Number one, to share some more information about Cabo Loom, who we are, what we offer, and answer some of the most frequently asked questions that we received. The second piece is to just prepare you to get the most out of your conversation with our team when you hop on for that discovery call. So Cabo Loom is a full service hotel. You can, book a 1 or 2 night stay online with us as a hotel guest. But I will tell you that our passion really lies in creating and supporting the facilitation of transformative events. At the end of the day, Cabo Loom is a home for healing. It's a home for leaders and their tribes. And we are excited and honored that you are considering us during your venue selection process. I know there's a lot of different people that might be watching this video. Some of you all are veteran, experienced retreat hosts that have ran events and experiences all around the world. And this is just another event that you want to add to your arsenal and you're considering Tulum as a location. Other people that might be watching this maybe are perhaps brand new retreat hosts or exiting one career path or life path and about to step into the world of running retreats or events. And then some of you all are more corporate, offsite retreat planners, event planners, and perhaps you're none of the above. You're just someone that's looking to plan an epic birthday party or a wedding or a family reunion. And no matter which of those you are, this video is going to be very, very helpful for you as well. So there's a few steps to our process. The first one you've already completed, which is filling out the intake survey, which is how you got here. So what will happen in the next few days, you'll meet with someone from our team to do a discovery call. And this discovery call is for you if you have a vision for an event, if you have some dates that you're looking at or considering, or you have some ideas for the experience that you want to put together. This will be a perfect call to help crystallize and consider the potential of running that event at Cabo Loom. Now, if you have a group size that is less than 10 people, or just a small group in general, if you just want to book directly, you can obviously do that on the website. Or if you're just looking for some more info and pricing, same thing. You're better off doing that on the website, and this call is probably not for you. Regardless of which stage you're at, we will share a number of helpful resources and also just strategies to make your event planning easier and the overall execution of your event or retreat a lot more successful. So we'll offer a couple of those free tools and resources towards the end of this call. After you've done your discovery call, the next step would be just a proposal review call. And so our team will take a couple of days to work on a proposal for you based off of the vision and some of the information that you shared with us. And from there, really, we'll meet with you to review the proposal, make changes if you need them. And if it's a great fit, from there, you can put down a deposit, reserve some dates, and start the planning and promotion process for your event. If it's not a great fit, we're happy to recommend some other alternative locations and even just different structures that might be a better alignment for you. For context wise on pricing, Tulum's very, very seasonal. So depending on the season, but Cabo Loom's typical nightly rate for a buyout is about $4 to $6K per night, depending on the season. And we can host up to 36 people locally on site. We do have overflow accommodations if you have a group that is larger than 30 to 40 people. And I would say the common sweet spot for most of our events and retreats is somewhere between 15 to 25 people for the average event. So there's a few things that you want to come prepared to this call with. Number one, you're going to want to come prepared with an idea of what is your vision? What's your vision for the experience? And this is what we really want to hear the most from you on. At Cabo Loom, we really try to over deliver from a service capacity. So we really try to take care of all the elements A to Z so that all people have to do is land in Mexico. There's a private driver to pick them up from the airport. There's private chefs on site, and really every other element of the itinerary and experiences that are put together are already taken care of without the headaches, without the stress, So the more we understand your vision, the better we're going to be able to curate the experience to meet the needs of both you and your guests. And by the way, if you don't have a crystal clear vision just yet, but more like ideas of what you might want to do, that's great. Come with that. We'll actually help you crystallize some of that vision a bit more on our call, and really treat this call like a free consultation call. Every single person on our team, yes, they know about Kabbaloom, but they've also all attended, ran, and facilitated events, retreats themselves. So they know what it's like. So really come with your vision and some basic details of, how many people, type of event. The second thing that you're going to want outside of your vision is dates. And it's important to have some dates in mind. We are typically booked out about 6 to 12 months out on our calendar. So it's always good to have both like your primary dates, if you have any specific dates, and some secondary date options in the case that your primary dates are not available. It's always good to have a backup option in place. If you are open and flexible, come at least with a month or a general time of the year. And then from there, we can put some proposal dates together and move on from that place. The last thing that you want to come to this meeting with, aside from your vision and some ideal dates, is an idea of your budget. And I know when anyone hears the word budget, like anytime I hear someone ask me, what's your budget on a call, I usually just assume that they are asking because they want to charge me the maximum that I will pay. And whatever I tell them, they're just going to charge me all of that. We have a slightly different mentality with how we approach that here. And the reason that we'll ask you about your budget, we only have so much flexibility on what we can do with our pricing. But what's really important to us as a team is really two things. Whenever we work with a retreat host, an event facilitator, we want to make sure that number one, there is a world-class guest experience that everyone is ranting and raving about and talking about for years and years to come. That makes it very, very easy for you to do another one of these events. And the second thing is that we want a really easeful, peaceful, and profitable experience for the event host that's putting in all the time, energy, and investing their resources into the production of this event. So that means number one, making sure the logistics are smooth, stress-free, that there's no headaches, and everything is very, very easy to work with. And the second thing is that the actual experience itself is profitable, meaning it's worth the time and financial investment that goes into creating and facilitating a retreat. Our goal internally is that if you book a retreat with us this year or next year, is that you're coming back the following year. And the only way that that happens is if your guests have an amazing world-class experience and you have an amazing experience as well. So part of that is making sure that our retreat hosts are profitable. So there's two different types of budgets that you can come to this conversation with. One is you can think about it from the lens of like, hey, how many people do I want to have? And about how much do I want the cost per person to be? The second thing that you can come with is, hey, I don't know exactly what my cost per person should be, but I want to sell tickets to this experience for about this much. We're going to try to sell tickets for $4,000. And if you have an idea somewhat of the numbers that you want for this experience, it will help our team work out the budgeting, work out our proposal, and offer suggestions that will be more conducive to that. Our standard experience at Kabbaloom is very, very high. Okay. But we are also more than happy to customize. If you don't need all the bells and the whistles and all the fancy things, if saving money is more important to you, then we'll show you some ways and make some suggestions as how you can do things a little bit more cost efficient. And if it's less about the money, as much as it is about the experience, we'll offer some suggestions on how you can really amplify the experience that people are having. With all that said, that's really the main three things. If you come prepared to this call with a vision for the experience, dates in mind, an idea of your budget, and then any other additional questions that you have following this call, it will make our time very, very productive. And we want to honor your time and make this the most easeful experience for you as you consider all of your different options when it comes to booking an event or retreat. Moving forward, I want to tell you a little bit about Kabbaloom Hotel and Retreat Center, what we offer, and a little bit more about the project that we put together over the past couple of years. So the first thing is Kabbaloom. What does that even mean? Loom is the indigenous Mayan word for earth or for home, and Kaba means origin or beginnings. So this is actually the first project in a series of projects that we're building all around the world. Our vision is to build 40 locations in 30 different countries over the next 10 years. And so Loom is our parent brand and Kaba is our beginning or our origin story. And it made a lot of sense to put this project for the first one as a staple in Tulum. If you haven't been to Tulum before, Tulum is a magical, magical place. It is a oasis of music and international culture and food and healing arts. It is such a beautiful, special, special place in my heart. And Kaba Loom is located strategically right at the mouth of Tulum. We are in our own little section of Tulum where we have no noise pollution, no light pollution, no immediate neighbors. Our property is completely private and immersed inside of the Mayan jungle. It is minutes from the beach still. And what's really nice about it is that you can get that immersive experience that so many people go to Tulum for, to kind of disconnect and be off the grid. And if you want to go down to the downtown areas or the fun areas, the party areas, it's a 15-minute drive. You can get to the beach in a few minutes. And in the meantime, you're immersed in an oasis of peace and tranquility. Our biggest focus at Kaba Loom is really on building community. And our 3 mantras, or our 3 C's, is connect, create, celebrate. Kaba Loom is a home and a place for leaders to connect with themselves, connect with each other, and connect deeper with nature. It's a home for artists to come and be inspired and go out into the world and share their creations. And then finally, it's a place to celebrate. It's a place to dance. It's a place to have fun. And we really value at Kaba Loom the balance between creating a space that offers people both depth and fun. And that's really 2 elements that we love to infuse into every experience that we do here. Now, Kaba Loom is a jungle oasis property. And when we were building this project, there was really 2 main elements that were super important to our team and how we approach this project. The first piece was that we were building a project that was truly built in harmony with nature. Now, if you've ever been into Tulum before, if you go to any project in Tulum, they all have this kind of eco luxury label. But unfortunately, most of the projects in Tulum really aren't that eco, and the majority of them aren't that luxurious either. As a lot of people know, you can spend $800 a night and go get a hotel room on the beach, and your hotel room will more than likely not have air conditioning or a hot shower or a comfortable bed. So, what we really wanted to provide was an experience that is high attention to detail. Everything in the room and in the interior and exterior of the property is just high attention to detail. Everything is quality pieces. We use all organic bath soaps and oils in the shower. Your closet has a bathrobe in it, Tempur-Pedic bedding, highest quality AC, hot showers, like just pieces that not always are standard or status quo in Mexico. And at the same time, we wanted to really give people an immersive nature experience so that people have all that and they're really truly in a 5-star experience. And also they look outside their window and you feel like you are smack dab in the middle of the jungle. You can oftentimes see monkeys come up to your door or toucans in the morning. And it's a really, really special nature experience. And there's something about getting people outside of the hustle and bustle of everyday life and getting people into nature and what that does for people's mind, bodies, souls, and their immune systems to help settle and relax them. It usually primes people for a more transformative experience. And a fun fact about this project is the entire hotel was built entirely by hand. So we didn't use any heavy machinery inside of the construction. And we did that so we could preserve all of the local nature. So, most development of projects typically looks like, clearing out the jungle, building whatever we want to build, putting some plants back in at the end and calling it eco. And we really wanted to ask the question of how can we coexist with what already exists? How can we coexist with nature? How can we build around what is already there and have a level of respect for the environment and build something in co-creation with nature? And that was really our goal with the project. It definitely made things more expensive and more challenging and more tricky to build. But the end product is a much more magical experience. The land that we sit on is super special. There are cuts even in the trees from the Mayan people that were living out in that jungle hundreds of years ago. So the second element outside of building in harmony with nature is really at our core, this is a home for healing, and it has a magical energetic container to do just that. So I will tell you, if you're considering running an event at Cabo Loom, the big thing that we provide is there's lots of hotels and lots of properties that can run events, but the majority of hotels and properties are not built specifically for running private events. And we really understand the challenges of what it's like to run an event. And I've ran many events. Actually, one time when I ran an event in Mexico before we had opened up this project, I remember how amazing and awesome it went. And at the same time, it was a logistical nightmare. And I was tracking down cab drivers and chefs and all these different things, trying to logistically coordinate things. And a lot of times we want to offer people an opportunity to really be at peace and be in their leadership. If I'm a world-class yoga facilitator running a yoga retreat, then people are really coming down to receive my leadership in yoga. They're not coming down to my retreat because I'm a world-class event planner. So the last thing that I want to be doing while I'm running a yoga workshop is thinking about, oh my gosh, is food going to be ready at noon? Where's the car and shuttle for this? Did someone go ahead and move and get this stuff set up for our next session? And those are the types of things that you don't have to worry about when you do book with Cabo Loom. Like I said, we have two goals for everyone that we work with: a world-class guest experience, and then an experience for the host that is profitable and peaceful. When it comes to events, we run all different types of events. We don't really discriminate on the types of events we run. We do a lot of corporate retreats and offsites. We've done business masterminds and personal growth summits. We've done plant medicine retreats. We've done weddings. We've done yoga retreats. So really, there's not a type of event or a retreat that we don't feel competent and confident to be able to run. Our hotel features a number of different experiences, but everything included from core accommodations, multiple event spaces, high attention to a detail, a staff that will really treat you like their family, and over 150 plus on-site services and experiences that you can choose from. Now, when it comes to these services, we really have a solution for just about anything. And if you have an idea that we don't have an offering or a solution for, chances are we'll probably be able to put something together custom for you and for your event. So we offer a number of different spa, wellness packages, body therapy, massages, aromatherapy. We offer a suite of different healing modalities, everything from more ceremonial experiences like a cacao ceremony led by the local indigenous groups in Tulum, a Temazcal ceremony, which is a traditional Hispanic sweat lodge, a number of other experiences from sound healing to Reiki to hypnotherapy. We have a variety of world-class facilitators and healers that are very vetted that we work with on our team. And so we're happy to infuse any of those elements as a one-on-one or group experience for people during their time. We have a number of different adventure-esque type of experiences. We're in what's called the cenote district. So there are over 15 cenotes within 10 minutes of our property, and we have access to both private and public cenotes for our guests and the experiences they want to have. Within 15 minutes of our property, you can go zip lining, you can go swim with turtles, dolphins, you can go play with monkeys, you can go wakeboarding, you can go skydiving, you can take an ATV to all the hottest cenote locations, you can go see the Mayan ruins. You are not short on experiences that you can infuse into your events and the time that you're here. And then the last piece is probably entertainment. We have both music and DJ equipment on site. We've got a surround sound Bose system that goes throughout the entire jungle that our retreat hosts are able to use or curate a playlist, whether that be something of more peace and tranquility, or if you want to have a late night dance party under the stars in the jungle, you can create that experience as well. We've got a variety of different offerings and also event planning services, everything from signage to paperwork to media and content teams. So you can really rent our property and have a magical experience without any of these elements being added in. And also all these are available to our guests when they're booking or curating their event or their experience. So now I'll take a few minutes to walk you through a little bit of the property layout, the villas, the accommodations, and where you would be staying when you are on site. So at Kabaloom, we have 4 main villas, and each villa faces a different cardinal directions. So in Mayan astrology, each direction represents a different element. And so each villa literally has a different element: fire, air, earth, water, and then our main event space being the Ether Lounge. And down to the interior design, down to even the crystals inside of the room, all hold the elemental frequency of that element, which can be a really cool experience if you want to put people up or divide people that are coming to your event or retreat into different sections or villas. You can totally do so. In general, the way our property is set up, it's a hybrid between almost an Airbnb and a hotel experience, meaning the nice element is like the privacy, the complete buyout that you have with an Airbnb. You have no outside guests coming in or out. So you really get to make the experience private, and you can control the energy of the experience. And, with that, it also feels very communal, meaning everybody is on the same property. All of the rooms intertwine and connect in one way or another. But at the same time, everybody has their own private lock-off. So all of the rooms have their own private entrance that they can go in and out of. So people have the communal, more family feel to the experience. And also people can go to their room and have the privacy and not have to worry about any other guests coming in or out of their space. Every private room has a private bathroom. So when it comes to each villa, you have 3 main rooms in each villa, as well as an expansive rooftop terrace that can hold 30 to 50 people, an outside deck, a private plunge pool. And then the 3 main rooms, there's 2 rooms that are upstairs, and there's 1 downstairs suite. So each room has its own private bathroom. The upstairs rooms have 2 queen Tempur-Pedic beds, as well as private entrances, and then a shared balcony. And then downstairs, you have the downstairs suite that has a private bathroom, full kitchen, direct access to the pool, and more expansive open living area, and then 2 custom queen sofa beds that convert to either full bedding or can be left as living space. So the downstairs rooms can be a private room, or it can also be a shared room, or if it is a smaller, more intimate retreat, can be just some extra communal or living space. So when it comes to event space options, there's a lot of different ways that our event spaces can be used. And generally speaking, we customize the experience to whatever it is that the needs of the group are. So some events rely and are a little bit more heavy on the audio visual equipment that's needed. If you are running a retreat or a mastermind that involves keynote messages and speaking and journal exercises, we can set up and customize the event space so that it's more classroom style or more boardroom style. We have a rolling TV, a projector, a whiteboard, full audio visual sound equipment, microphones, both wired and wireless, or headset mics, as well as clickers. So we have all of the AV that you might need for the event and experience. If your retreat or event is a little bit more practice oriented and it involves more being on mats or, doing something that's with the body or yoga or meditation, then we can completely customize, clear out the space, and really set it up to whatever is going to support the experience the most. The event spaces that we have both indoor and outdoor options. So you can be underneath AC, enclosed with fans, or especially during certain times of the year, there's nothing better than being outside underneath the jungle canopy in the shade for some more group transformative experiences. When we have events that go beyond 50 people, we also have some additional event space options that can be used that include a private cenote that is not open or accessible to the public, that is walking distance from our property. That includes a dance floor, a cenote, a larger open area, and a larger 100-person event space. So we are not shy when it comes to the different types of event spaces that we have and how they can be customized for the actual experience while people are staying on site. So that's a little bit more about us, who we are, and what we offer at Cabo Loom. A few more important notes and some different ideas and suggestions to share is one, if you want to have a better view, understanding, or just idea of really what we offer at Cabo Loom, and you want to hear it from somebody else, I definitely encourage you to go online, search us up on Google, and just go scroll through some of the reviews that we've received on our property. One of the things that you'll hear people consistently talk about is just the level of care that our staff and our team has for each and every single person that we work with. The second thing you'll hear in our reviews over and over again is how amazing and world class our food is. Mexico is known for great food. Tulum is known for great food. And we have some of the best chefs in the entire Yucatan Peninsula. They are very, very highly rated. All of our meals are highly nutritional, locally sourced ingredients. And we do not skimp out when it comes to food. We usually like to serve people and take care of people very well, so they're well fed, well nourished, and they can really relax into the experience. Our meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner come with multiple courses, and we have zero problems adjusting to any type of dietary restrictions or dietary needs through or during the process. So if you haven't got an opportunity to do so already, definitely recommend go check out some of the reviews that have been shared online on our page. And to wrap up this process, in the next few days, you'll have a meeting with someone from our team. After we've gotten a chance to meet with you and hear your vision, our team will create a proposal for you and your team to be able to review. And from there, if it looks like something that you want to do, and if it feels super aligned, you can go ahead and put down a deposit and reserve your dates. Now, obviously, there is some power in commitment. Most of the people that are listening to this are also going to go out and sell tickets to their event, retreat, or the experience that they're putting on. So one thing I always offer to people is that it can be challenging to get others to commit to an experience that you're not already committed to first. So it really starts with you and your commitment, and we'll walk you through a couple different deposit procedures and options on what you can do to lock in dates and reserve and move things forward. As you probably know, there are other alternative options out there and available other than Cabo Loom. In Tulum, if you want to run an event there are a number of Airbnb properties, a lot of affordable options. And if you're running an event with less than 8 to 10 people, sometimes that can be the better direction to go. It's just oftentimes with an Airbnb, hard to get a property that's big enough to hold everybody. And after living in Tulum for a couple years and staying at hundreds of Airbnbs in Tulum, I will warn that it's hard to find one where there's not people partying till 3 or 4 in the morning and someone that started construction at 8 a.m. next door, almost wherever you go. So, another option is always more of the corporate hotel route, which there are an abundance of affordable hotel options in Cancun and in Playa del Carmen. And the great thing about the corporate hotels is they'll have all the basics for the event. But as you probably know, it's going to be a little bit more cookie cutter. It's not going to be private. It's not going to be as vibey, or it's not going to be transformational and make people want to disconnect and get off the grid. But there are other alternative options out there. And I will say this, if you're looking for privacy, if you're looking for maybe more premium accommodations than are typically offered in Tulum, if you're looking for an immersive nature experience, an energetic container, and a project that truly cares about the environment, how we protect, honor, and steward the land that we're on, and really treats its guests and community like family, Cabo Loom is an option that you may want to consider. Again, my name is Andrew Evans. We are truly so excited to meet you. And on behalf of myself and the entire Loom team, it is with our pleasure that we say, welcome home.